Happy New Year to everybody. What's going on? It's Red K, Wally Mob Gaming. Good morning, FGC. You can see I got my KOF New Year's inspiration. And it's time to check back in with KOF. We got a couple updates. And Famitsu did a article on SNK, so we got to see what they've been doing. KOF 15 came out last year. Probably one of the biggest selling KOFs they had in probably the last 15 years. And now KOF is talking about making AAA games because they got a bunch of Saudi money. That's pretty much what it is. If you don't remember, SNK, the company, got bought out by the foundation of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince and gained majority ownership in the developers. So now that they have a pretty much infinite amount of money, they're talking about making AAA games. I'm hoping that that's going to coincide with making the new Garu Maka Wolves that we've been hearing about, but they're talking about making an entire new IP. So according to the Famitsu article, they went out and hired this guy, Kazuhiro Fujisiege. He's actually not a new guy. He's not a new guy to gaming, but he's a new guy to SNK. He came over from Koei Tecmo, of course. Koei Tecmo, known for making AAA games. If they wanted to go in this direction, that's something they want to do. They got Team Tecmo, so they make a lot of Dynasty Warriors. They got the Wulong joint coming out this year. He probably was a part of that before he left. Not many fighters, unless you count DOA, but I don't want to count DOA. I'm sorry, my DOA fans, but that franchise has been kind of a dumpster fire for the last 2 iterations. But I mean, maybe it goes over to the fighting games. According to what they say here in the article, Mr. Fujiji says that this year will mark the start of development on a new IP that carries a grand vision of creation for a AAA title from Japan, said Fujisiege, as translated by Jamitsu. We are becoming a studio in which strengths of our team is formed from device pools, talent, which will be in full display. So basically they say they got a lot of people that they're hiring right now. They got a big, diverse team. And did I mention an infinite amount of money to make a game with? So that's the thing. The SNK software division manager took notes saying there's big changes coming to the studio that will be move them in uncharted waters, which will be difficult to know until we see it. So they're basically like, SNK in AAA games, I mean, really, what? KOF 15 is about the biggest game they've ever made, to my knowledge, and a bunch of other. I mean, during the Neo Geo stage, of course, with everything that was on Samurai Showdown, but they usually do like fighting games. So this probably with Kazuhiro's background, they're probably going to do some kind of 3D third-person action game. If you think like Neo, you think like Ninja Gaiden, probably something like that's coming down the pipeline. And if it's a brand new IP, new something they never made. They got so many games they can go from. If they're making a game that they never actually made before, that's pretty cool as well. I hope that just goes over to the fighting game stuff, because there's also there's Garu Maka Rules 2 that they're making, and they also got the second wave of DLC for KOF 15, which is going on right now. So Mr. Fujisiege also has a sense of humor. He's saying we're constantly gathering friends for our new goal of creating a new IP in the top 10s of the world, but we still haven't enough members. Please apply if you want to fight together for the next 10 years. So we did get like the tiniest of tiny little teases for Garu Maka Wolves 2 from the lead designer of that, Nobuyuki Kuroki, which is really cool that he's actually on the Garu Maka Wolves 2 design team, because he was on the original 1999 one. So everybody who's worried if it was going to stay like original, I'm pretty sure they won't be sprites, but at least they have some people from that team that's still there. It's pretty crazy that he's been working there for the last 20 years. So according to Nobuyuki, as for the other games that aren't going to be the AAA games, but hopefully they're putting just as much work in it, they're currently being worked on at SNK. He said that the new Fatal Fury Garu game that was announced last year is being worked on. According to the designer, the development team for Fatal Fury is progressing smoothly, and the producer says that the team is working on Fatal Fury in parallel with other unannounced titles on top of Season 2 of King of Fighters 15. So they are working on King of Fighters 15 Season 2. and maybe we can see some of the upgrades they put in King of Fighters might be going into the new Fatal Fury Garurumaka rules too. But also this seems like this AAA thing is really taking up most of the time over at the new SNK with the Saudi money that they can just create anything they want. But I mean, all in all, good. If we get better games, then I'm not complaining. I just want SNK to fix their matchmaking, and you know, and we're good on SNK. Okay, we have 15. You know what I mean? I'm just still getting in it. We Shadow Cell said he's never playing a game ever again. We'll see about that. But you know, and all in all, good look for SNK. I hope you guys are having a great new year. More footage, more content, and yeah, we're getting back into doing tournaments coming up this year. Okay, guys. Red K for Wally Mob Gaming. Good morning, FGC. We out. Peace.